Hello, Goosebumps fans. Gonna have to be mean, but we have to stick it to the point because there's some who actually don't watch the full video, so here we go. I'm gonna hit you with the bad news, I'm gonna hit you with the bleak good news. Bad news. They're not doing the anthology series on the new Goosebumps series. The new reboot, the new whatever, it's framed just like as if it's ooh. Yeah, so what you saw in Are You Afraid of the Dark, if you watched that, if you saw the new TV show Chucky, that is what we're getting. We're getting that. That's what we're getting. But instead of having it in movie form, like happened in the first movie and the second movie, we're getting it in the TV show. There is no likely appearance of R.L. Stein, aka Jack Black, being in the movie. In the TV show. We don't know of that yet. Pretty sure, like I said, he's in the book. He's stuck in the book still. So with that said, the bad news is that if you want to have new adaptations of the books, that is a no. That won't happen. It could happen maybe in season 2 or 3. It depends on whether or not you guys actually enjoyed what they did. If everyone outpours and cries very hard to say that we want the anthology series, we want to have books being done, they might turn around and do it instead of doing so it will just be a one-off, maybe. But it depends on how much you guys actually like the first part. Do you like the first one that they did? Do you like the new series that they just did? If you like it, then no. Now here's the bittersweet moment. The bittersweet is the part of they will have Goosebumps monsters in it. So Goosebumps monsters will show up. So who knows, we could actually get to see Cuddles for real. That's the good news. We could see the Blob in its actual form instead of the movie form, but considering, they already have the CGI of the movie form and they could save money if they don't do it. So you might actually get some recycling of monsters, which isn't that bad considering there's many monsters. We didn't actually get a good close-up. We didn't really get a close-up of the vampire, did we? Now, unless we do behind the scenes. We didn't get the close-up of Queen Neela. We didn't get to see the close-up of Kuru. Prince Kuru. We didn't see close-up of many of them. We didn't even get to see that one scene with the haunted mask, which we actually had a deleted scene of that didn't even get to be put in the DVD. So that's the kind of bittersweet news, is that we will get new monsters, or we get to see close-up of monsters that we saw in the first movie, but we didn't actually get to have a close-up personal look being like, oh wow. Yeah, they put all their heart and soul into the freaking monsters just to not really get them shown whatsoever. It's kind of sad on some occasions. Kind of sad. But hey, at least the good news is that we will at least get to see monsters. We just won't see them in their proper stories. We'll see them in a new story. And of course, if they rip off Horror Town, maybe we will get to see them in their own story, but it'll be twisted and mixed because it is not the original character that the monster dealt with. And who knows, maybe they're just going back to the original thing that happened in the original movie. The movie novel, if you read it, did it, but in the real one they didn't do it, except for that two little throwaway lines. Well, one scene, one line. One scene was like, hey, you read the Goosebumps books, right? Yeah. You know their weaknesses, right? Yeah. And it's like, that never came up anymore except for with the werewolf, which was kind of like, if you didn't watch it and you didn't understand, it just came out of nowhere. Be like, oh, well, Silver, huh? Well, we never talked about the monsters having weaknesses, have we? So that's the real crazy thing. But other than that, no anthology series, no adaptation of books anymore. I don't really get to do that anymore, but I'll still kind of do it, but I'll still have to tag at the very end that it's bittersweet that I'm doing this just for nothing. We're just talking about it, but it won't come to pass. So it's kind of sad. We'll still do Why Not episode, but as for the new thought of the episode to come, it's now basically if the episode ever happens, if they ever do it again. But I guess the real bright side of this, if we really think about it, is that there's nothing that says they can't have two Goosebumps shows. That's the good news, is that there's really nothing that says that they can't actually have two Goosebumps shows. One anthology, and one is the one that they're doing right now. There's nothing that says they can't do it. We'll just have to see what happens with Nickelodeon and Are You Afraid of the Dark? Because if they do it, then, well, I'm pretty sure Scholastic has something to say about that. Because this is their call to Are You Afraid of the Dark? I'm pretty sure if they would have went the same season as Are You Afraid of the Dark, they would have went anthology. It's either that or they would have listened in and be like, what's Are You Afraid of the Dark doing? They're doing that? Okay, we'll copy them. We'll do exactly the same thing and try to beat them at their own game. It's like, oh, great. Instead of, anthology. But considering they did it with the movie, there actually might have been lots of leans of being like, oh, well, since they did the movie like that, I'm pretty sure they will most likely do the show like that. Anyways, have a scary day, have a scary night.